Well, Congresswoman Victoria Spartz has been charged with bringing a gun to an airport. Now the TSA says it happens more than you would think. News 8's government reporter Garrett Berquist shows us how often that happens and how you can avoid being a statistic.
TSA officials say they've intercepted 37 firearms here at Indianapolis International so far this year. A local firearms attorney says all that could easily be avoided. Congresswoman Victoria Spartz had this gun in the pocket of her suitcase at Dulles International Airport in Virginia on Friday. It was not loaded and she did not have any ammunition with her. That same day, Dalton Raffert of Mitchell, Indiana, was cited for having a loaded .22 caliber handgun and a switchblade in his carry-on at Reagan National Airport.
Overwhelmingly, the people who bring guns to the checkpoint are not doing it with nefarious purposes, and it's accidental, but it's really just so risky. The idea of having a gun, make it on board, and then even in that checkpoint environment, we really just are trying to keep passengers safe, help people go in where they're going, get there safely.
Nationwide, TSA officials say they intercepted more than 1,500 firearms at airport security just in the first 3 months of this year. These pistols were caught here in Indianapolis in April.
I handle several a year, and it's really very similar. The cases I handle are very similar to what we're hearing about Congresswoman Spartz.
Relford says typically people simply used a piece of luggage to carry a gun at one point and forgot it was there.
If I come home from the range and I have guns in my range bag, well, they go into the safe. Also, I think, important to have dedicated bags that you use to put guns in, and others that you use, for instance, to travel, and you don't mix the two.
The TSA can fine you up to $15,000 and revoke your pre-check privileges. Maley says any criminal charges are up to local authorities. Relford says that's rare here in Indianapolis.
If it looks like you were doing this all intentionally, you could easily get prosecuted for a crime here in Indiana. So I think where you make it obvious that it was an innocent mistake, offer some explanation as to how that mistake occurred. I think that's one of the few exceptions to the general rule of if you're potentially accused of a crime, you shut the heck up.
Maley says you can transport a firearm by air legally. It has to be in a locked, hard-sided case in your checked luggage. It must be unloaded. Ammunition must be packed separately. And you have to declare it when you check your bags. TSA officials say they don't confiscate firearms if they intercept them in your baggage. They turn them over to local law enforcement. At Indianapolis International Airport, I'm Garrett Berquist for Wish TV. WishTV.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.